Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. In motion goes the tight end. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. On play action, now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He completes it to Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers to throw once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
They'll run with Robinson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's in. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Muscles by at the 25.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. Falcons with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mooney, the motion man right. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's second and 10. They'll throw with Penix.
And Owen coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now Penix.
Able to complete this one to McLeod.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This one into the hands of Pitts. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
60 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now they can't bring him down.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's 3rd and 7. And looking to throw, Penix.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taking it about the 36. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Warren. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A handoff for Warren.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Rodgers.
To the right side and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To the air, Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Penix.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Robinson up the middle.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's down the field and caught by Pitts.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Second and 9.
Throwing is Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Penix working out of the gun here.
And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw again is Penix.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Pass complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now it's Rodgers.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards that time for number 19. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Rodgers now to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 53 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Falcons 35, Steelers 21. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
That's complete to Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
That's good for Falcons. First down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Broken tackle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
86 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Back to Robinson now on first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Penix.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the Steelers' 16-yard line.
Penix to the air once more. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
And looking to throw, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Touchdown! Ray McLeod from a yard out.
And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, this is blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their...
Boy, you got one view face with tears of joy. YouTube ain't go pay you for this how streaming not go work gang face with tears of joy leg, medium dark skin tone laptop.
Big in this fourth quarter.
Rodgers going to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a two-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last two drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a two-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Penix. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
They'll throw with Penix. That is caught. He's across midfield. Down the right sideline. Darnell Mooney.
I want to make love to your mother while your pops watch me.
Darnell Mooney.
66 yards.
And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll try and throw with Penix.
And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just outpost.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Still on his feet.
Inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown.
Now Lima leave and you go be back to 0 looking crazy, huh?
Get a bit closer. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Catch is made by Metcalf. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air, Penix.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Here's Penix.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Penix working out of the gun here. That one deep for London. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass here now.
Damn, bro.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Dang Huatl.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
59 yards.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Rodgers will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth.
It's over, bro.
The onside kick, can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And caught by London. And he's got this down to the 35.
Worth a shot to make it look good.
First down for the Falcons.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next.